Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Archer, that's paularcher.com. Got a lovely little tip for you today which you can use in sales, in coaching, in all sorts of things. It's so sublimely elegant as well and so cool. It's called Before You Start. Now, the context here is that everybody puts things into a frame, don't they? You know, I've got a frame here, for example. Everybody has a meeting, start, middle and end, and expectations during a meeting or during an event. So what we do is we frame something by using the before you start. So let me give you an example. I was working for a client the other week and I was doing some one-to-one coaching. They were having their one-to-one performance appraisals each month. You know, everyone has a performance appraisal. And I was demonstrating how to do it to a new coach. I was teaching them how to coach. And I had the young chap in there, I can't remember what his name was now, but it wouldn't be fair to ask, but I had the young chap in front of me in a room, you know, all quite nervous he was, you know. I said to him, I said, Bob, if that was his name, I said, before we start, can you just tell me how's it all been going for the last couple of weeks? And he spilled out all of the issues, his successes, his problems, his challenges, his wins, his KPIs. He just let it all out. And then when he finished, I said, okay, then let's make a start then, shall we, to our one-to-one. And I went through the routine and he clammed right up at that point. He went all defensive on me, which was quite surprising in a way, isn't it? Because it makes you think about the fact that people do have a barrier. And before you start, just releases that barrier from them as well. Where else could you use this? You could use this in sales, couldn't you? You've got an important sales meeting with a customer and you know, you're sitting down, cup of coffee, cup of tea, agenda, and you say something like, well, before we get going, before we start, can I ask, what exactly is it that you're looking for from this solution, or something like that, some opening question. Before you start, it's very, very useful, isn't it? You could use it in curbside coaching, in live one-to-one coaching, where you've been observing your salesperson in action, maybe on the phone or live. And you know, afterwards, we always go through the feedback session and you know, the side-by-side feedback session and the self-discovery questions, which sometimes work, but often they don't, because salespeople know what we're up to. So what you want to do, and this by the way is a biscuit, because you can't use it more than once. Before we start, can I just ask, how did it go? And they'll tell you, you know, before we start the coaching or before we start the feedback, how did it go? And just be open and they will tell you lots of information. It's called a biscuit in your pocket because, you know, biscuits you take out of your pocket and you use them. You can't use them again because they've been used, and your salesperson will cotton on to that as well. So there's a little example for you of a lovely little tip called Before You Start. Hope you found that useful. Bye.